book, The Meaning of Life, by the School of Life, it says the following. We need to remove ourselves and think, because on certain days we are sad, and yet we can't identify the cause of an upset that lingers powerfully somewhere in our minds just out of reach of consciousness. Our thoughts refuse to settle. Our minds know there are matters we should be focusing on, but they elude understanding and spread their nervous electricity across the range of our thoughts. The more we think, the more our fears, resentments, and hopes become easier to name. We grow less scared of the contents of our minds. We feel calmer, less resentful, and clearer about our direction. Today we're going to be talking about the power of thinking in the realm of metaphysics. According to Aristotle, in the book Metaphysics, metaphysics is about or concerning with the cause of all things. That's not what I'm necessarily talking about. I'm talking about the interconnectedness of all things. That's what I believe that metaphysics is. For example, the concept of as above, so below does not just apply to space and earth. It could apply to a universe itself. The universe exists on the macrocosm level, macro meaning big. The self, the person, the individual exists on the microcosm scale of the universe. The interconnectedness of all things, whether that be people, whether that be energy, whether that be laws, whether that be actual physics and actual physical principles, it all connects, it all relates.
I can't think right now!
That's your whole problem, you idiot. Remember, it's time you bit the bullet and started caring about something with all your heart and energy. But you can't care about it if you're always holding yourself back in case it doesn't work out. Concentrate on what's important, Yusuke. Then commit to it all the way.
Take the book As a Man Thinketh, where James Allen talks about the importance of our thoughts in creating and determining our reality. He says, until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. Until your thoughts are connected to something greater than yourself, there will be nothing to achieve. In the book Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, he describes attention as energy. And where you put your attention is where you put your energy. Therefore, if you are putting your attention in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different places at once, your energy is diverted into 5 different places instead of focusing it on one thing at one time, giving your most maximum attention and energy to that thing in order to create that thing in its best possible way. Again, in As a Man Thinketh, James Allen says, man can find every truth connected with his being if he will dig deep into the mind of his soul. That statement reminds me of The Art of Peace. The universal truths, the universal knowledge is contained within. Therefore, your thoughts, you must choose them in accordance with what is and what is not in accordance with the divine law of the universe. James Allen says, act is the blossom of thought, and joy and suffering are its fruit. You choose to be happy. You choose to be sad. You choose to be mad. You choose to be glad. You choose to be all these things. You choose every action that you make. Every action you make, you can be held responsible for. You create your own suffering. You create your own happiness. James Allen says, thought is the fount of action, life, and manifestation. Make the fountain pure and all will be pure. Again, it goes back to what I just said about choosing our thoughts. I have to choose to do good. I have to choose to do bad. James Allen says, a man cannot directly choose his circumstances, but he can choose his thoughts and so indirectly yet surely shape his circumstances. Therefore, the reality that I live in is a result of the choices I make, is a result of the thoughts that I have. The reality that you live in is a result of the thoughts that you have, the choices that you make. We choose how we think about the situations that we're in. It's raining outside. I can choose to be happy that it's raining. I can say the earth is being nourished. Whatever, XYZ happy reasons that I can choose to think about the rain. Or I could choose to think negatively about the rain. The rain is bad. The rain is stopping my plans. XYZ ABC. I choose to feel how I feel about these things. This reminds me of another book that I read. It's called Help Yourself to Happiness, Rational Self-Counseling by Dr. Maxie Maltzby. Situations make us feel how we feel, but we choose to linger in those feelings.
Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. It is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self. Therefore, trust the physician and drink his remedy in silence and tranquility. Khalil Gibran.
Khalil Gibran in the book The Prophet says, some of you say joy is greater than sorrow, and others say, nay, sorrow is the greater. But I say unto you, they are inseparable. Together they come, and when one sits alone with you at your board, remember that the other is asleep upon your bed. The pain that you experience is trying to teach you something. The universe will always put you in a position to learn. Whatever is going on, the universe will always put you in a position to learn. James Allen says, thought and character are one. And as character can only manifest and discover itself through environment and circumstance, the outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to his inner state. Those circumstances are so intimately connected with some vital thought element within himself that for the time being, they are indispensable to his development. Harmony within your mind, your body, and your spirit translates to harmony with your environment. If you're stressed, cluttered, chaotic in your mind, I bet your room, your car, your life is stressed, chaotic, disorganized. All these things, it goes back to the as above, so below. But here it's as within, so without. These are universal principles in practice. It's a cause and effect nature of thought, reality, and being. I think, therefore I am. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he shall have in his reality. Another aspect of choosing our thoughts that is important is choosing to give up things in order for what we want to gain. What is that? Sacrifice. Khalil Gibran says, and what is it but fragments of your own self you would discard that you may become free? The things of the material, money, fame, whatever. Are you willing to sacrifice those things in the present for the future? Are you willing to sacrifice now so that your family in the future can have later? Are you willing to give up fun now in order to have fun later? Are you willing to put in the time, the work, the effort to be greater now so that you can be great later? You have to choose these things. It goes back to the intent. If your intent is not to put in the work and do whatever the means necessary to get what you need, what are you doing? How are you going to achieve the reality that you want to achieve? You have to choose the right course of action. Focus is what? Following one course until success. Follow one course until success. Therefore, if you are not focusing, staying on the path, putting in the work, sacrificing, doing whatever needs to be done in order to achieve your goals, to achieve your heart's desires, what are you doing? You're wasting your time, your energy, and your effort. James Allen says, and you too, youthful reader, will realize the vision, not the idle wish of your heart, be it base or beautiful, or a mixture of both. For you will always gravitate toward that which you secretly most love. Into your hands will be placed the exact results of your own thoughts. You will receive that which you earn, no more, no less. Whatever your present environment may be, you will fall, remain, or rise with your thoughts, your vision, your ideal. You will become as small as your controlling desire, as great as your dominant aspiration. That's cosmic reap what you sow right there. What you feed yourself mentally, spiritually, is what you're going to get mentally, spiritually in this reality. So choose what you want to do. Choose wisely.